So, if you're looking at this video, that means that you have watched my other video and you were curious about what I had to say about the Red-infernoid deck. You're also still probably wondering why my shirt is off. Don't worry about that. That ain't got shit to do with the deck. Anyway, I would like to talk more about the Red-infernoid deck. Now, again, I had touched on a few of the key points on which this deck presents. You know, the fact that you have a Gemini monster that you can reasoning into, that you can normal summon it and use its effect whenever it attacks to burn your opponent for 24, and all the other applications with the deck. But the fact that this is again a 1-star and a 7-star, if you add these two into the deck, then, like I said, your possibilities are incredible, because the 1-star's effect is tributed off to special summon a Red Eyes from the deck. Now you special summon the Gemini monster, again, it hits the field as a normal monster. So which means you can still special summon 2 more Infernoids. So you can just flood the field with beaters if you wanted to, is basically what you're doing. And there's also the second part of that monster's effect, which is if there is a Red Eyes in the graveyard and this card's in your graveyard, you can send the Red Eyes back to add this card in your hand. This is going to help with some of the costs that you're going to play in the deck, such as Magical Stone Excavation. There's some other cost cards you can play if you just want to discard this card or send Red Eyes to the graveyard. But another cool thing about this is that because you are sending a 7 back into the deck, and you do play Magical Stone Excavation in the deck, you are basically making it so that your reasoning target is just going to be 7. You know what I mean? Which if your opponent catches on to that, they're going to call 7, but the damage is already done by reasoning, sending all of what you need to the graveyard. Now, you could probably play some of the Red Eyes support spell trap cards, but I personally don't, because I haven't found the application to where they work or support and make the deck move faster. I'm still very much in the beginning stages of this deck and trying to figure it out. So the deck build that I have isn't flawless, but it has been working, and I'm working on one that is just too good. You know what I mean? It's just too good. But like I say, you got the 1-star, which if you reasoning, most people are going to call what? 1, because you're playing Infernoids. People know the Decatron is coming out, so they're going to go 1. So they're going to call 1, and you got 7. And if they don't call 1, they call 7. Then you got 1. And then if 1 hits the field, 7 still comes out. Either way it goes, you're going to get a 7 on the field. And if you don't get a 7 on the field, then you still just sent cards to the graveyard. And like I say, with cards like Magical Stone Excavation, you can just discard Infernoids, which can be special summoned from the graveyard, to the graveyard to activate Magic Stone's effect, to add it back to your hand, to activate Reasoning again, so that you can continue to mill, or you can add back whatever spell card you need for that particular situation. And because discarding Infernoids really isn't that bad of a cost, because you can just special summon them back from the graveyard, it actually only makes sense to play the card in the deck. Now you've got other applications that you can use, other things that I found that worked. This also means you probably want to increase your return banish from the graveyard, because you will actually be banishing a lot more in this deck. 7 Swords becomes a little bit more playable and speeds up the deck. The Red Eyes spell card that lets you draw helps speed up the deck. I only play 1 of those right now because I feel like 2 is a little much, and because there's only 3 Red Eyes targets that I primarily play in the deck, then sending a whole bunch of Red Eyes to the graveyard doesn't really help me a bunch, except for when I have the 1-star and I just want to use the 1-star as discard food, but I then again want to put the 1-star back in my hand by activating its effect to put the Red Eyes back in my deck. There's just too much that you can do. There's just too much that you can do with the deck. It would take me more than the time that I have right here, right now. I'd probably have to make another video to go over everything. But this is just some of the bases on which these cards help the deck move along and give it a little bit more speed. I probably won't be making a second video. Depending on the subscribers and likes that this video gets, I may make another video and further description of what I found works with this deck. But if not, then I guess you guys are just gonna have to figure it out on your own. But please like, subscribe, whatever the fuck people are doing now these days, to this video. And if you want to see more videos, then all you gotta do is subscribe, and I will make more. And yeah, that's the end. You guys enjoy. TMC for Vibing.